What if the Navy just walked away from the future of air combat? Just last year, the Navy was all in on the FAXX, a next-generation carrier-based fighter designed to replace the aging F/A-18 Super Hornet. And now, it's been quietly pushed down the runway. In the newly released budget, nearly $1 billion in funding for the FAXX has been delayed. A program that was supposed to get $1.5 billion this year is shelved for now. And they didn't just delay it a little, they pushed it way down the road. No contract award, no prototype timeline, and no clear replacement for a fighter that's about to get sunsetted. But here's where things get really interesting. What if that next fighter isn't dead? It's just wearing a different name and hiding in plain sight. Enter the F-47, a stealthy, lethal 6th generation design that's already in the works for the Air Force. And well, here's a hot take. What if this bird, with the right modifications, is the FAXX? Now look, we've already seen a teased image of the F-47 with canards. And guess what? There have been several concept renderings of the FAXX with those same canards. But here's another twist to this tale. Boeing's future in the fighter game is at stake, with the Super Hornet line shutting down this year in 2025. The F-47 may be their last shot to stay airborne long-term in the defense sector. And making it work for both the Air Force and the Navy? Well, that's not just smart, it might actually be necessary. Think about it, with more airframes produced, the Air Force and the Navy would pay less per copy of this sure-to-be expensive fighter. And if you don't think this can happen, well, some of us have seen this story before. The F-111. It tried to be a one-size-fits-all solution for the Air Force and the Navy. Except, in the case of the VARC, the Navy said no thanks in favor of the F-14 Tomcat. But what if this time, if the Navy says no to a shared design, it means they miss out on the next F-22? Could the Navy be about to make the same mistake twice? Or is there still time to pivot and turn the F-47 into a true long-range and high-speed strike aircraft that the Navy hasn't seen since, well, the Tomcat? Stick around, because in this video, we're going to explore why the Navy really delayed the FAXX, how Boeing could turn the F-47 into a multi-branch lifeline, and why history may already be warning us about what happens when you walk away from a fighter too soon. PilotPhotog.com. We've been told that the FAXX was the future. It's going to be the next generation carrier-based fighter that will replace the F/A-18 Super Hornet. Now look, before we go any further, the Super Hornet is a great aircraft and has been asked to do everything for the Navy. Kudos to the pilots, crews, and maintainers who keep the Rhino flying. But let's be real, almost since day one, the Rhino has needed more speed and more range. And because of this, we've been told that the FAXX was going to be a key piece of the air wing of the future. But now, it's on hold, at least officially. The reason for that delay in funding for the FAXX? Well, according to the Navy, it's all about priorities. As Rear Admiral Ben Reynolds put it, that funding is going into readiness, people, and today's issues. Translation? Keep the ship sailing, keep the pilots flying, but sacrifice the future to pay for the present. And while I realize we need to fund the Navy we have right now, we also can't sacrifice the future, which is why a navalized F-47 starts to make more sense. So when you think of it, that cut in funding for the FAXX, well, that's kind of like patching your flight deck while the hangar's on fire. You see, the FAXX wasn't just a cool concept, it was supposed to restore dominance. The FAXX promises long-range kill chains, autonomy, stealth, and survivability in a world where China and Russia are pushing the boundaries of anti-access weaponry. And now, well, it looks like it's drifting with no clear path forward. And here's the kicker. The Navy's kind of painted itself in a corner and bet big by ending the Super Hornet production. That line shuts down now, this year in 2025. So with the FAXX on ice and the FA-18 fading fast, a dangerous question surfaces. What's going to fly off those carrier decks in 2030? At the end of the day, this delay doesn't just create a gap in aircraft, it creates a gap in credibility. Lawmakers are already asking how the Navy plans to close the fighter shortfall, and now, the very jet they said would do it is nowhere in sight. But maybe, just maybe, there's another option. What if the Navy isn't walking away from its future? It's just walking toward something else. With the FAXX delayed and the Super Hornet line going dark, Boeing's position in the fighter world looks grim. Lockheed has the F-35 until 2050, maybe even beyond that. And as much as many of us, including myself, would like to see Northrop get the FAXX, well, they've already got the 6th generation B-21 Raider. But Boeing, once the FA-18's retirement closes that hangar door, the F-47 may be their last fighter out. So what is the F-47, and what is it promising to be? It's the Air Force's next manned fighter, quietly developing under the shadow of NGAD, the Next Generation Air Dominance program. Details are still sparse, but what do we know so far? It's designed for deep strike, with a range of over 1,000 nautical miles and speeds of Mach 2 plus. It's of course stealthy, with advanced coatings to deflect or even absorb radar waves. And it's not just a concept. This bird is real and moving fast, with some estimates saying it's been flying for a decade, since 2015. Now, here's where the story flips. What if the F-47 isn't just an Air Force jet? What if it's also the Navy's way out of the FAXX delay? A navalized variant with folding wings, reinforced landing gear, and of course a carrier tailhook could give the Navy a 6th gen fighter without having to start from scratch. A fighter that's built on shared systems, tested tech, and a unified supply chain. It wouldn't be the first time the services tried to share a fighter. But this time, well, it just might work. And for Boeing, this isn't just an opportunity, it's a lifeline. If the F-47 does become the foundation of both the Air Force and the Navy's next-gen fleets, Boeing stays in the fight for decades. If not, well, they could be out of the fighter game, period. Remember, it's far less likely to cancel the F-47 if the Air Force and the Navy are getting it. So here's the hard truth for the Navy. If there is no FAXX, and if the Super Hornet is sunsetting, well, there may not be any second chances. But this isn't just about Boeing's survival. A shared F-47 could solve a bigger problem: cost. Coming up, we're talking money, logistics, and why one jet for two services might not just be the smartest move, it might be the only move that makes sense. Here's the deal. Building a 6th gen fighter isn't just about stealth and sensors. It's about surviving the budget battles in DC. I mean, look at what happened to the F-22. And we'll get back to the Raptor in a minute. With spending caps locked in and priorities shifting, the Navy can't afford a boutique airframe that shows up decades late and over budget. But what if there was a shortcut? One jet, two branches, shared bones, separate missions. No gimmicks, no forced marriage, just a smarter flight plan. Here's the business case. A dual service F-47 means shared engines, common avionics, unified training and logistics. That's billions saved before the first jet ever even hits the flight line. And unlike the F-35, this wouldn't be a one-size-fits-all Frankenstein. None of that vertical takeoff and landing complications we've seen from the F-35B. Great airplane, by the way, but we don't need a 6th gen Stovall version just yet. So for the F-47, it could be two clean variants. Using the F-35's naming convention, the F-47A would be for the Air Force land operations, and the F-47C would be built to slam into carrier decks. Think of the F-4 Phantom with 21st century teeth. And let's be real, Lockheed's going to be building those F-35s until your great-grandkids are flying drones. Northrop's sitting pretty with their B-21 stealth bomber. Boeing, well, if they miss this pitch, they could be out of the fighter game for a whole generation. So why not double down? Turn the F-47 into the FAXX. One contract, two forces, shared dominance. And for the Navy, it's really simple math. They get a next-gen fighter, faster and cheaper, without starting from scratch. Boeing gets a lifeline, and the Air Force gets its bird. And the taxpayer, well, we get a win for once. Sounds good, right? Yeah, until you remember what happened the last time the Navy got cold feet on a joint fighter. When it comes to a long-range, high-speed fighter, this isn't the Navy's first rodeo. In fact, the Navy's been down this road before. A shiny new fighter, a joint service dream, all the right promises. And then, they bailed. Back in the 1960s, Defense Secretary Robert McNamara pushed the F-111 as a one-size-fits-all strike jet for the Air Force and the Navy. The Navy took one look at the overweight, underperforming prototype and said, hard pass. Instead, they built the F-14 Tomcat. And thank goodness they did. That decision was a win. The Tomcat ruled the skies, carried Phoenix missiles, and owned the fleet air defense game. The F-111, great airplane for the US Air Force and the Australians, but it never trapped a wire for an active Navy squadron. But then came the 1990s. The Air Force rolled out the F-22 Raptor, the first 5th-gen fighter and the undisputed king of air superiority to this day. And this time, the Navy didn't even show up to the table. They tried the Tomcat playbook of making their own fighter, even though a navalized F-22 Raptor was proposed. So what happened? The Navy missed out, straight up. There was no naval variant, no carrier-based Raptor, just FOMO at Mach 2. And while the Raptor dominates from land, the Navy's still flying Super Hornets into a world that's changing by the hour. And if history doesn't repeat itself, it definitely rhymes. It's happening again. Today, the Air Force, of course, is cooking up that F-47. Boeing is pitching it as the future. And the Navy, well, they're on the fence. So here's the question. Does the Navy adapt it, make it seaworthy, and finally ride the 6th-gen wave alongside the Air Force? Or do they back off again and risk sitting out another revolution in air combat? Last time, they missed out on the Raptor. This time, well, they could miss out an entire generation of fighters. Now look, let's be real. The window is closing. The Super Hornet is heading into the sunset. And the FAXX program, as of today, it's stalled on the ramp. The F-47 might be the last train out. The only question that's left is, who's getting on board? The Navy had a plan. Retire the Super Hornet, bring in the FAXX, and field the most lethal carrier wing in history. But now, that future is grounded. No contract, no prototype, no clear timeline, and no new fighter ready to trap the wire when the next crisis hits. But the F-47, that's not just the Air Force's pet project. It's Boeing's last card to play. And it could also be the Navy's fast track to staying relevant. It's a second chance to get something right before it's too late. Because air superiority isn't something you wait for. It's something you fly in with. And remember, the last time the Navy passed on a joint platform, they built the F-14. The time after that, they missed the F-22. Now, they've got one last shot to ride a 6th gen wave instead of chasing it. And this time, the skies are already contested. Delay too long and the next dogfight won't be hypothetical. It'll be over open water against a pier without the right tools in the bay. If this episode has given you something to think about or comment, please share it. These stories matter. The headlines skim the surface. Here, we dive deep. And if you want to go behind the scenes, become a channel member or join me on Patreon, where I post a weekly, exclusive, on-camera blog called Tog's Vlogs. Think of it as a fireside chat as to what I'm building, researching, and planning next before it hits the main channel. And if you want more intel on the fighters shaping tomorrow's battlefield, hit subscribe, like the video, and while you're at it, sign up for my newsletter, Hangar Flying with Tog, where we track history in the making every single week. The F-47 may end up being the FAXX. This is Tog, canopy closed, wheels up. Stay sharp, stay fast. I'll see you in the next sortie, and now you know. PilotPhotog.com